Now then, welcome to the Dickens. It is Red Army, latest instalment. We've got two guys who are just wanting to get it off their chests. I've had one demanding to get me in, the other one telling me I'm fuming. Daz and Matty, it's Daz Matt. Two on the trot, mate, two appearances.
I know.
Not even in off the bench, mate, but well done. Welcome. And Matty Prowden. Matty, good to have you with us, mate. I mean, this time last week we were going, that doesn't look like me sitting next to him. But two good mates. Let's start with it then. QPR 2-1, Burton 1-0. How big a slide are we on?
Massive. Last show I was on, I said, before the QPR game, I've seen how the fans can react, I can see where this can go. We needed something from QPR, shot it away really, garbage to be honest, the defending was woeful. And then last night's performance is, well, we're in big trouble at the moment I think, and I think Pulis has got maybe 3 games to be honest.
3 easy games as well, you look at it, I say it's an avalanche, Dave, it's not a slide.
It's Reading away.
Yeah.
Ipswich. It's Wednesday in Ipswich at home.
Yeah.
3 games, you'd expect 9 points from of any team looking to be in the playoffs,
well,
without doubt.
You can win all you want about the club and the team and the squad, but them 3 games, you've got to be looking to keep top 6, be realistic. I think we're top 6 side. You've got to be looking at 7 from 9 from them games. Anything less, I don't think he'll be here come the new year. I really don't. He's losing the fans and he's losing the players, and he's losing points. So
are we in trouble, Matty?
Regards to what? I mean, you look at the aim of the season, promotion. Everyone tipped us for promotion. He said it outright. I called us 8th to 9th at the beginning of the season with the squad of players we had, and we had a bet in it, didn't we? And you know, I looked at that squad of players, and straight away, as soon as we lost Traore, and you know the pace of the players lost Gibson, they haven't been replaced. No one who we've sold has been replaced. And I actually said I think we'd struggle. We started off there, and there was a point. George Friend said when we were top of the league, he come out and said it doesn't feel like a team was top of the league. He had a little, I wouldn't say it was a pop, but you know he did make a point, didn't he? And the reason it was so, I don't know, like a bit mundane, because I feel we're up there not on merit, it's fluke. We're up there not because of the way we were playing. We were up there just because we were tight at the back, but we weren't playing like a team who was flying as a top of a championship club.
I said it last week, didn't I? I've been saying it all season. We've been overachieving. Exactly, do you agree?
And I think the fans, but the fans aren't stupid, you know. A lot of people look at it and it's about fans when they say stuff and they get a bit of gypsum.
Yeah, but the thing is, mate, we had this discussion. You said 9th. I said around about 6th. Looking at that squad we've got, we should be around about 6th. I was looking today and I was looking at the ins and outs. Obviously, you've got the outs which are going to go because of Premier League football. Traore, Gibson, you know, certain players are going to leave because they want to, you know, they're too good. But then look, just listen to this, right? So these are the outs and these are the ins, and just tell me.
You've been doing your own work, mate.
Yeah, right. Well, these are our outs: Bamford, Fabio, Johnson, Forshaw, Christie, and Fisher, right? And then he's brought in McNair, Flint, Saville, Hugill, Besic, and Bath. Now, what's the difference between them ins and them outs? Not one of them ins has got any bit of flair behind them. The outs have gone in. You've got Fabio and Christie, fullbacks that can give you something going forward. We're just, Braithwaite might be going.
I think there's every chance he's already gone.
Exactly. Yeah, but good. I agree with you that they don't want to play, but Tony Pulis should be getting the most out of these players. At the beginning of the season, he's saying, look, we haven't got enough. I think really he's trying to cover his own back by saying that and say, well, you know what, he should be sitting them players down, giving them the love that the need, footballers need, confidence, and the manager has to give them that from the start of the season when he said we're not good enough. I agree, but he shouldn't be saying that.
You look at them though, interestingly, your full-backs, Christie and Fabio, both, I think the way Pulis plays, we rely a lot on full-backs, do you not think, especially for delivery, and we've got 2 full-backs in George Friend, and I never slate George Friend because he's
he's 31. Partly sleeve lad, isn't he?
Yeah, but he does, and he always gives his all. Do you know what I mean? But you've got Friend and Shotton, and none of between them, they couldn't cross a team. You've got Fabio and Christie, I think, are better fullbacks in the way the system that Pulis would want to play, and they'd have done a better job.
The thing is, Matt, Pulis wants a solid back 4, and he wants 2 wide players that are going to create.
A solid back 4 of Giants, and it brings on to another issue. A solid back 4 Giants, and will be a team with set pieces. Everyone looks at it with set pieces. How many set pieces have we scored this season? Well, I think Flint's had 1 header against Sheffield United, won it, and the set pieces for us are woeful. The deliveries are woeful. We've got no one to put a ball in the box. Nobody can deliver a football.
If you look at QPR, what a shambles that was. As soon as the second half we come out, and I've never seen so many long balls in my life, we just got the ball, we can't even put past it. The commentator, QPR, was literally taking a mick. Yeah, he was, every time we hit the ball long, he was going,
wonder where this is going.
So we've gone from, let's get the ball at the back and just pass sideways. We might occasionally bring it into midfield and pass it square, and then we might come back again to bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, but with no.
What would you be happy with?
It's got no product. It doesn't have any. There's no. You can say we put balls in the box, but look what we get from it. If you have the stats, but
who's in the box?
From it. You don't get nothing from it.
Who's in the box? You've got the. It says 49 crosses against Rotherham.
Yeah. How many balls were decent?
But how? Yeah, even balls are decent. How many players are actually in that box when the crosses are coming in? You've got your 3 holding midfielders who just sit. And apart from that, you've got Hugo. Why last night has he played one striker? Why didn't he put Stewie Downing in the hole or Tavernier in the hole and play 2 centre mids? Yeah. Play 3 in midfield, but at least give us a bit of flair behind.
Do you know? I'd rather see him stick Braithwaite up there alongside a Hugo or an Assombalonga, because Braithwaite can play as an out-and-out striker.
How can someone not get something out of Martin Braithwaite? Braithwaite doesn't want to play, and he doesn't want to play for Pulis. It's as simple as that.
I was saying this yesterday. We have Martin Braithwaite, who's a World Cup. He's a World Cup player. He doesn't actually play for a Gash team. Denmark are a decent international team, and he plays well for them. And he got absolutely outplayed by League One players last night. Absolutely outplayed. Now I don't know what the problem is with Martin Braithwaite. We don't know, do we? We're not into the club. Whether he doesn't want to play or he doesn't want to play for Pulis, whether there's been a spat or whatever. But you're right what you say. We've got there a player who should be ripping up this championship.
And then he takes him off. Let's be honest. As poor as Braithwaite's been playing, who's the only one person on the pitch that last night, he actually... Lewis Wing played some good neat passes, he split the defence a couple of times, but apart from that, who is going to unlock a defence? Even a poor Martin Braithwaite should still have enough in the locker to give us a goal against Burton Albion. Yeah. And he took him off for Ashley Fletcher.
Let's have some of the comments. Anton Sedgman, it's a shame really, he's a good experienced manager. Why we looked the part when we were top, now getting results again. We were getting results against West Brom as we speak. We have the right to be worried. Colin Ward, more Tosh talked here than Pulis. Thanks, Colin. Anton, again, let's forget the manager for 1 minute and talk about the players. They're the ones who work to get the results. Where is the problem? We can talk about that. Where's the problem with the players? Neil Dyball, hi guys, think 9 points for the next 3 games is easy, but it will beat the teams at the bottom end.
Sorry to butt in, guys. I'm just coming with a couple of social media reactions to the defeat to Burton Albion, unfortunately. We've got 12th man Boro saying it was the draw we prayed for and then we blew it. Simply awful. I'd agree. We've got Steve who says problems are higher up than the manager. Again, that's something that we're discussing and debating tonight. And then we've got Sophie Donnelly. Anyone feel embarrassed to be a Boro fan tonight? Again, a few people that way. Back to you guys.
Colin Ward, players should be embarrassed. So a lot of people saying, OK, you've had a pop of Pulis, but he's not one of the 11 on the pitch. Yeah. What do you reckon of the players?
Who's having a pop of Pulis? The buck stops at the manager.
Well, I think we're saying he should be getting more out of the players he's got, irrespective.
Yeah, but I'm not having a pop of Pulis. Pulis has done probably the best. Any manager comes into Boro now, anyone going to do any better with them players? I don't think so. You can't get any more out of them than what he's getting. The effort out of the players is not good enough. The formation, the buck stops with Pulis for me, solely with tactics, and his tactics in games are horrendous.
Well, let's look at...
He makes stupid decisions. One striker up front doesn't work. QPR, Assombalonga left back, I still, for this day, have nightmares over that. Seeing a lot of Assombalonga playing left wing. Yeah. I mean, what the heck is going on there?
If you look at last night, OK, look at the game last night, you've got to blame the players, because last night we had opportunities to score goals, and the players have missed them. However, let's come away from last night against a team who's 15th in Division 1, right, which we should be putting to bed anyway. Let's go back to the other games. Let's go to Aston Villa. Let's go to Queen's Park Rangers. Let's talk about them games. Rotherham. Right, so what are we doing that's going to win us football matches? We're not doing anything. If we carry on the way we're going, I don't care. If I would swap our squad for QPR's, I would swap our squads for Rotherham. I would keep our team. Aston Villa, very good squad, but at the end of the day, the nitty-gritty is we're not doing enough going forward as a team. We're playing with 3 older midfielders. He needs to be give someone in behind a striker, give Skugel some support. Besic is not an attacking footballer. He's a defensive midfielder.
He's not the shadow of the player.
And the thing is as well, the manager is also responsible for getting the best out of the players. And them strikers, Fletcher, Hugel, Assemblonga, regardless of how good they are or not, the confidence is shot to bits.
We'll come back to that. We've got to have a quick break shortly. Obviously, keep the thoughts going. There's plenty coming in here as well. We're going to be catching up with social media as well, what's on there. But the big question is, Pulis, right man, not backed by the club. Is it the players' fault 100%? Give us your thoughts, social media, whether it be Facebook Live, whether it be Twitter, whatever it is. Get your thoughts in and we'll give them a mention. Time to take a quick break for the TV boys. We'll catch you after this break. Now then, welcome to the second half here in the Dickens. Red Army with you as per usual. Daz and Matty with us. Also your comments too. We'll be getting into them very shortly. Just a reminder, we've got a coach going to Derby on New Year's Day. Pick up points, Gisborough, Redcar, the 6 medals in the Borough, and also Anson Farm in Thornaby. We've just increased the size of the bus. Last time I looked, only 11 seats left on the big bus. So, give us a call, the office 01642 688 987, or you can catch us online, redarmy.tv, if you want to join us to Derby on the Red Army coach. Comments coming in. Billy Johnson just been said, tactics are the problem, wrong players, wrong system. It's the wrong system as far as I'm concerned. Stu Wallace, the players are told, the players do as they are told, restricted. Stu Gawley, goals win games, that's common knowledge. Steve McLaren showed us how to play on Saturday. The difference in managers' style and tactics were generations apart. So the comments still coming in. Keep them coming here on Red Army. Fellas, whether you're on social media, whether you're on the Gazette website, and even the lads, even Vic and the lads are being a little bit pointed now with the fingers at the Borough, the performance, the setup, tactics, all that sort of stuff. We seem to be having a bit of a problem. Is there a silver lining on this cloud that's sitting over us at the moment? Is there an easy way you can see out of this?
Transfer window, just talked about it earlier. We haven't got the players. The transfer window in January, and it is massive. I say, I've got on time and saying it's the biggest window since I've been a Boro fan, because if we don't get out of the Championship this season, the parachute payments are finished this year. These are the last ones. If we don't get out of it this year, then I don't see how we're going to get out of it, because a lot of teams are coming down with the parachute payments. I think we'll be a Championship club for a long time if we don't jump this year. And Gibson must know, he's not daft, he knows.
Well, coming on the point of Gibson there, it's a massive window. So Gibson's thinking, right, he's got to...
who do I have?
Well, with regards to... he's got to look at this window. So now, he's got a philosophy football that he's got to have to go with. So he either goes with Tony Pulis' philosophy and, goes out and gets him the players that he wants. And if it doesn't go to rights, a manager's going to come in and he's going to be left with a squad of players there that's going to be very hard to play, because Tony Pulis is, one of an own, really, the way he plays football. I think we need 5, 6 players. We need 2 wide players. We need 2 full-backs. We need a number 10. And them, the key, and we have to go out and get them. And it's all right saying, they don't want to come here, we don't... It's Middlesbrough. Do you know what? If we're going to have to pay a little bit more to get these players. But if we've got any ambitions, and Pulis is still here, he has to go out and give that little bit extra, and we've got to get these players in. If he doesn't, then,
When Pulis came here, he was saying, look, Steve's backed this club to the hilt, I'm not going to be stupid, I'm not going to waste his money.
He's wasting
Is it really now incumbent on Pulis to turn round to Gibbo and say, if you want us in the Premier League, I'm sorry, but the purse strings have to be loosened a little bit.
I think
We've
he's
got to
already
spend
made
some
that
cash.
point in August, though, didn't he?
Gibson knows what he needs. There's no way Gibson sat there thinking, I reckon I can get away with the cheeky 10 million spent in January. He knows he's going to have to open up that chequebook. But Pulis has wasted money. There has been panic buys. We've loaded the midfield with players. Some of them don't even get a shirt. I mean,
He's paid he's paid £7 million for
20 odd million pound, and some of them don't even look like £3 million.
Saville, Hughel's possible £7 million, and then you've got Flint. There's £21 million possibly.
So there has been money. He has spent money, but we had this in the summer transfer window where we were saying players aren't coming. All the players were linked with, you know, Villa around the corner, signed everyone. They're obviously paying the money for them. Villa have took them, but you're right. We are going to have to spend some. We're going to have to offer these a bit extra, to rather than where they're going to other clubs. Because if we don't get them in January, then I'm sorry, mate, but you're paying me out, man.
What do we need?
Well, Matt, I've just said there.
Wingers. Out and out wingers. You were talking earlier about when he was at Stoke, 100 goals. He went up with his Stoke, and he had out and out wingers.
Yeah.
Matty Everton, the type of players that'll just beat a man and put a decent ball in the box. We need someone who's going to put a decent ball in the box. But
also, looking at the back two yesterday against Burton, not one of them can pass a ball more than 10 yards. You're playing with two centre-halves there that I would also say are dinosaurs when it comes to football. They can't pass the ball out the back. So I think we need a couple of full-backs. I'd like to see Dale Fry come in at centre-half, someone who can carry the ball, you know, into midfield. We're lacking that massively. We can't play football without centre-halves that can do that. So, for me personally, January's massive. If we're still within distance of the top 6 come January, you know, I've said this from the start of the season, you know, brilliant. Get into January, get what we need, and make sure the club backs Tony Pulis. If we're not in touching distance of the top 6 and we're 4 or 5 points adrift come January, I don't know if he'll still be here. It's
going to put us in a position though, because let's say the next 3 games we'll go at, and you know, I'm not confident, I'll be honest with you. I'm not looking at them games.
Reading haven't won in 6.
Yeah.
QPR haven't won in 3 or 2 and they've turned us over. Ipswich are bottom of the league.
So are we on that much of a slide that we can't go to Reading with confidence?
Is shot. I think the confidence is. It showed last night. Come on, anyone looks at that team last night will see it's absolutely zapped the confidence.
It's not just the players though. It's also what's going on. The confidence has gone from the players. The confidence has gone from the fans.
Pulis is constantly telling me we need strong players. If I was a player in the team and you've got my manager telling me we need attacking players, as an attacking player, I'd be thinking, well, I'm an attacking player. Why don't you? It would zap you a bit of confidence. It's like being a manager of a business, and then you.
But I also want to say another thing. As much as the fans are getting on Pulis's back and the club's back, I totally understand their opinions and their point of views. You know, and the majority are, you know, not happy. And the majority vote wins to the end of the day. So if the majority are not happy, eventually the manager will be gone. But last night, you call yourself a Middlesbrough fan. We're in the quarter-finals of the League Cup, and you couldn't get yourself to that ground. I was speaking to someone who said to me last night, you showed as much passion for the club as the players did last night. If you weren't there last night, I'm sorry. Look, you've got to work. I understand that. People have got to work and you've got other things. But if you couldn't be bothered going last night, you've showed as much passion as them players last night. And that's what gets me at the minute with a lot of fans. All they do is whinge, but they don't go to the games and they're not showing the passion. So at the minute we're on a slide, but you know what the club needs? They needs the fans for the next 3 games to get behind the team, get behind the players, and see if we can come out of this Christmas period with something from the next 3 games.
Us as fans have got a job to do just as much as players have.
Yeah, but what sort of job can we do? It's all right saying get behind and back them, do all that. But you're sitting there and there's dross being served up in front of you.
Fans react to what you see on the football pitch. That's what we all do. We all react to what happens on the football pitch.
The boos have been telling in recent games.
I totally agree with that.
Them boos were deserved last night because it was awful.
It was.
And I booed myself. I stayed back just to boo.
It was, but look, it's a touch.
That's the quote of the night. I stayed back just to boo. I like it.
That's shocking, that. That is
oh, mate.
You're staying back to boo.
Mate, I've supported the Boro since I was an egg. I'm in my 50s, but I've booed at recent games as well.
Have you? Wow.
That's the frustration coming out.
It is frustrating. It is frustrating.
I didn't sleep last night.
But
woke up before it was a nightmare.
Well, let's say this is the thing, isn't it? It's with a full club at the minute. What's going on? There's something broken.
There's a gap between the fans and the club, and we were talking earlier about how managers go about entertainment, and you know, I don't go to Boro for it. If you want entertainment, you may as well go and watch a panto, because you ain't going to get it at Riverside. You knew what you were getting when you hired Tony Pulis. We were warned by West Brom, Stoke. They're all bombarding us.
And the West Brom fans were saying he destroyed our club, weren't they? I mean, they were just pointed as that.
But it looked all right at the beginning because we were getting results.
The thing is, the style of football he plays, it's boring. And if you aren't getting results,
it doesn't work.
If you're not getting results, then you're to the sword, because you've got nothing to back you up. You can't say, well, we play attractive football, it's worth coming to watch. If he doesn't get results,
you're gone.
He's gone straight.
There's only one manager got away with it. It was Brian Robson that year. I mean, I'd go back to that in a heartbeat of watching that. I know we scored 3, letting 4, but it was quality, wasn't it? Everyone enjoyed that evening. It's still spoke about now. We went down with probably the best attacking trio in the Premier League at that time.
I'll tell you what, fellas, let's take a very quick break because Chris is here with some social media. Let's catch up with what's been said online. Here's Chris.
Just in response to Tony Pulis' 1-year anniversary at the helm of Middlesbrough, we've got our very own Phil Bullock here saying he's had so many targets and we fail to land them. We simply have to give him what he wants before anyone can really have a go at him. Last night was a shambles. He's referring to the Burton game there, by the players and not the manager. We've had people saying that you know, the problems are higher up than the manager, the problems are with the players. Clearly there's some issue that needs fixing there. We could sit here all night debating where it is. We've got Michael Larkin who says we're doing okay with an average championship squad, poor recruitment team need looking at. We've got Martin Wilson who says he's been doing awesome with the squad that he has, just had a bad month, but we seem to do better out this time of year anyway. I'm still 100% behind Pulis.
Predictions time, what do you reckon?
I'm going to go honest. Honestly, I'm going to go for a Boro win. For somehow I think we're going to take 7 points from the next 9. I'd call me crazy, I don't know how, but I think we really are.
Crazy.
So it's a Boro win. 1-0.
It's a Boro win. I'm not going to predict the score. It's not going to be more than 1, is it?
Well,
let's be honest.
I predicted we get beat 1-0 at Burton, and I'm going to say we'll get beat 1-0 at Reading.
I've got a horrible feeling this slide's going to continue. I really have. It's Christmas though. I want to be, you know, full of goodwill and festivities to all men and all that sort of stuff. But
is it I such
can't.
A bad thing?
I really don't want to back against my team. I'll just say 1-1. Right. I'm going to go for a 1-1. So I've got splinters in my bum. Fellas, thanks. We'll do it all over again. Got to, because you come up with some good stuff. So have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we're all keeping fingers crossed that it's at least 7 points over the festive period. Cheers, fellas. We'll catch you next week on Red Army.